Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hi, Sister Nialah. This is Sister Nialah Lemonious Gray. We're trying to build a purpose-built masjid on this site. You will be very, very happy. Ask me why.
Why?
Because you know what, there's inshallah going to be a gym, a multi-purpose gym, and inshallah sisters can have their own facilities. Like, I know, what do you do for the sisters here? Do you run any program for sisters?
I run the basketball sessions, which has been very successful, alhamdulillah. We started 6 years ago, maybe a bit more than 6 years ago, because we had a gap, and then we came back. We had to reassess what was good for sisters. You know, we went back and asked sisters what they needed. We had to change the day. That was the main thing. And it's a thriving basketball team. We actually started out with sessions just in order to give sisters something to do in terms of exercise. And they got very competitive.
Mashallah.
So as I play for a team, I said, well, you know, why not you form a team and come to tournaments? So we've been to tournaments, we play in a league.
Mashallah.
And it's, at the moment, we train every week, and obviously we've been off at the moment because of what's
virus,
going on, you know, the virus. But yeah, it's more than just exercise. It's just socially somewhere for sisters to come and feel comfortable to play sports in whatever attire they want to. Some are covered and some are not, you know, but it's also somewhere that the children come to and watch their mothers.
Mashallah, very good.
Being sporty. And it's also something that a lot of sisters have said has helped them with like mental health as well.
Yeah.
Because obviously exercise helps you with things like depression and so on.
So I really appreciate, you know, that leading that project, because as you said, it's been, and not, some sisters are contacting me, not just from, they're not from here. They're coming from, you know, Brixton, parts of southwest London, and they come all the way to take part in this. So may Allah reward you with khair for that initiative. And, you know, it's not just spiritual well-being, but look, mental, emotional, physical, everything is interconnected. You know, the internal needs to be strong for the, you know, the external and vice versa and so on. So, Sister Nialah, in terms of how have you found the masjid in terms of, you know, providing services and facilities for, you know, for sisters, but also for reverts as well. You're being a revert yourself. Yeah.
First and foremost, being a revert, I didn't take my shahada in this masjid, but I was originally from Lewisham, and I always heard about Lewisham Masjid. And the first masjid I went to, not to be bad to them, but I didn't feel welcome, and maybe it's because it was a bit like a cultural masjid. I wasn't part of that culture. And my husband actually was the one that he originally came to this masjid. He loves Lewisham Masjid. And he said, just come to Lewisham Masjid, you know. And I came here, and from the first day I came here, I felt welcome. As soon as I met any sisters, they said, oh, you know, there's classes on Saturdays. You can come and learn Arabic. And gave me their numbers, and I've got sisters that I've known. I've been a revert 10 years. I've been a Muslim, and some of the sisters that are closest to me I've met in this masjid.
Mashallah.
So, you know, this masjid means a lot to me. It really does.
No, thank you, sister, for that. Inshallah. Alhamdulillah, yes, you know, Brother Tahir, if you're watching, inshallah, you know, I mean, I haven't seen you for a while. So it probably comes on a Friday. Friday is very packed, so, but inshallah, assalamu alaikum. He's been a strong member of this community for many, many years. Him and his brother Dawood as well, Dawood Gray and Tahir Gray. But in terms of, sister, do you think now having of course, the gym, inshallah, will be an essential part, and we're going to try have it as a multi-purpose gym where, you know, sisters are doing basketball, they might be doing football, brothers doing football, there might be badminton and so on, there might be, you know, like Wing Chun and so on. But do you think that will help a new development, you know, that will help more in serving the sisters especially?
Definitely, it definitely will, because a lot of sisters do asks me for places to go.
Mm.
Where can I go and just use a treadmill? You know? Not everyone likes to do team sports. Some people do like to use the gym. And it is hard for us to find specific women-only gyms. There's not many, especially in South East London. There's more facilities for women's sports in East London.
East London, yeah.
Yeah, so I would appreciate it, definitely.
Yeah, inshallah. So thank you, sister, inshallah, for the points that you have mentioned. I want to ask you one more question before we kind of like conclude. In terms of, you've been coming here for many, many years. And of course, when you come to this masjid, you see many different cultures. You know, there's a lot of diversity. The diversity of cultures at the masjid, has that had a positive impact on you or a negative impact? And please be honest as well.
It's definitely had a positive impact. I've grown up around different cultures of people, but never got to be involved in their cultures. And especially with a lot of my Somali sisters, they taught me their foods or certain words that I may not understand. So when they are talking in their language, I do understand a little bit of it.
MashaAllah.
And because we are told it's sunnah to not really speak in your language, if you're in a group which is not all that language, they're always respectful of that. But I've been able to broaden my mind to other cultures.
MashaAllah.
And being from Jamaica, it's a lot of people find it strange. Muslim from Jamaica, it's opened other people's minds to that as well. But I just want to say thank you to Lewisham Masjid. Thank you to you, Imam Shakil, for always listening to the sisters. We may moan at you and say we want this, we want that, but you do actually listen, because I know that the basketball wouldn't have started without your help in finding us a venue and making it happen.
MashaAllah. Jazakallah khair. In terms of the sisterhood, how would you say generally the sisterhood? The brotherhood, as you know, it's like, you know, we just don't have, you know, the culture. It's like, it's just not in there. Meaning people don't look at it. The brotherhood is so strong that brothers will just sacrifice for another brother anything. Is the same in the sisterhood? You have that sense of strong sisterhood and love?
I think there was a time when it maybe wasn't there. There was a little bit lacking. But this masjid has definitely done a lot to help the sisterhood, because we do have classes and we are able to exercise together. And we do need more space upstairs, but that's not the main thing. It's more about the facility, being able to have your children in there. And you know, it doesn't matter if it's smaller up there. We make sure we're in there to pray. Inshallah, Allah rewards us, and we get that. But I think the sisterhood is definitely strong.
Inshallah.
In my eyes,
Inshallah.
I see it as strong, and I feel supported by sisters. Definitely from Lewisham Masjid.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time, sister. Barakallahu feekum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.